Okay, we're back to this lot. It's 8 or 9 days later. It rained a lot, so now I can get the rest of those places that were too hard. So let's get the probe out and see what we can find. Okay, I have located several of them. One of them has an obstacle in the way. This door is in the way. Here it is scratched out on the line. It goes underneath this door, so hopefully I can move it. Well, I can only move it halfway, but hopefully I have enough room to work. So let's open it up and see what's down there. Okay, we have a piece of a beer. I can't tell if it's late teens or mid 30s. I also found a piece of a hobble skirt, and there's not enough there to tell the date on that either. Okay, the first bottle is coming out, and it does look rather late. Like about 1937, I would say. Here's a top. Here's another top. That looks like a whiskey flask from about 1940. So they use privies pretty late in this town, but there's still the potential for sodas and milks. Okay, we got a beer coming out. It's got a nice patina on it, but it has a ring around the neck, and that's generally late 30s, early 40s. So that's not too good, but like I said, there's some good potential. I'm being followed by 40s privies again. What is this? I don't think I've ever found one quite like it. GWSC, I think is what it says. But it says federal law prohibits, which is 1936 and newer. Whoa, it actually says Los Angeles, California on it though. Very few whiskeys have the city listed on them, especially on the front. On the bottom maybe, but I don't know, that might be worth keeping because I've never seen one like it. And here's a few more. I don't want to show everything coming out because when they're junkers, then they're not worth your time. But this is a cork top bottle, unembossed, but at least it's getting slightly older. So I think I got something. I felt something. Wow, the hole goes over 10 more inches that way apparently because there's a beer. Whoa. It's not a beer. It is a soda. An ACL with the 7 UP. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna have to put some clear spray on this one right away. Yeah, that is some pretty incredible patina for an ACL. I decided not to spray it because I can't get the dirt off of it, and besides it's so dry it might just preserve itself. Oh, by the way, these with that embossing on the neck are 1939, 40, maybe 1941 at the newest. But I just found this thing. I think it's a handle to a pot. It's pretty nice condition though. Okay, I just found one that looks like a cork top. It's I think it's a Dr. Kilmer swamp fruit kidney and liver bladder cure, but the later kind that doesn't have any embossing. Well, that's it. So let's get on to that next hole because it's sure to be much older. Okay, now this is in the driveway, but how could it have been a driveway? If this bush is growing here, it's obviously about a 50-year-old tree. Or is it a bush? Anyway, it's that thorn bush. And it's gonna get in my way a little bit. I already broke a couple of branches. But I think this is gonna be the oldest privy yet. I think it's gonna be early 1900s. So let's have a look. Well, I got an old rusty pipe over here. And I got a new PVC pipe right here. That's not good. That's going to make the hole only half as wide as it would be. But I just threw out the first bottle. I don't know how old it is yet. Okay, it is cork top. It is blown in a mold. I think it is. This is a 1910 bottle. Well, pretty close to it anyway, but this will be the determining factor. Yeah, this one looks more like 1918 and 1919, but I think I know what it is. So the interesting thing embossed on the bottom. East Site Mexicano, something like that. Obviously a Mexican bottle. Okay, we got a big one coming out. It's a cork top and it's embossed on the sides only. Buffalo, New York. R.V. Pierce. That's a pretty common bottle. It's also late teens or possibly 1920. Okay, I'm getting a bottle out on every scoop now. What? I don't believe it. This is a screw top? That's gotta be from like 1935. But how could these cork top bottles be mixed in with that? I'm really confused right now. Okay, I feel another one down there. No, it's just a bone. Okay, now I feel a real bottle. That's another screw top medicine. I'm still confused. What's going on here? They must have thrown a lot of lye powder in there because it's really white. And the walls are nice and square. Hard as can be compared to the rest of the privy. That's how you can find them. We got another bottle. It's also a screw top, so I guess those were a lot later cork tops than I thought. Okay, we got a ball. Well, not really a bowl, a teacup. But it has an interesting design on it. And another broken medicine. Okay, there's a cork top, but it's obviously a late one. But what do we got here? Is it another one of those Mexican ones? Yes, it is. Must be a Mexican extract, but you know what they say. Mexican vanilla extract is much better than the American kind. Okay, we got a drinking glass, a real small one. But it's actually a food product bottle. But we also have this little thing. Too bad it wasn't a poison bottle. And of course, who wants to look at that? And here's one I just noticed. Is it embossed? No, it's too new. They have embossed ones of these as well, but they're a little bit older. Okay, we got one. Jeff Fletcher's Castoria. Probably the most common patent medicine out there. Okay, we got something. That's a pretty plain food product bottle. Okay, we got one stuck up here. A very junky bottle, screw top. We got something down here. Maybe two of them. Okay, it's embossed. Obviously the best bottle in the hole. But it's a California Big Syrup Company, which are extremely common. Probably worth $2.50. And that is, of course, a food jar. And here's another bottle. Well, a jar anyway. Okay, what do we got here? I think it might be made of brass. It definitely has that green color that brass and copper has. It's nice and heavy, so I'll bring that one home. But guess what I just found? An early ball mason. It's machine made, but it's an early one from about 1909. So that is definitely the best thing we found so far. And here's the lid that came off of that mason jar. That's kind of surprising. I didn't think it would look like that. Some kind of iron handle, a crank. Maybe it goes to a meat grinder, a coffee grinder, something like that. Well, I've decided this is all I'm keeping out of that hole, and both of these items are actually cracked. But that's the way it is sometimes. I think I'll start on this hole now.